Hello, hello. I can see the people are joining in. Welcome to our not podcast. I almost said podcast. I don't know why. I'm sorry. Welcome to the webinar, the Omnisend webinar. I'm going to give you guys a couple of more minutes for everyone to join in. But before that, as people are joining in, I would like to ask you guys a question. What kind of industry are you guys currently selling in? Or what kind of products are you selling? Is it beauty products or is it supplements? Is it dog or cat things, clothing? There you go. We just want to get to know our audience a little bit better. So maybe we could tailor something to you guys. If there are a lot of people selling clothes, we can focus on that a little bit more. Fitness, cosmetics, chalk paints, kinesiology tape for horses. Wow, that's niche. Clothing, fitness, nutrition, chalk, stationery, plus size, hiking apparel. I can see some clothing. I can see some machinery, body care. There you go. Okay, we got some variety in our audience right now, which is great. We have a lot of examples to give. So without further ado, let's get started with the webinar. So welcome once again to the anatomy of an email. Write it like you mean it. Today I'm gonna be joined by Carolina, our senior content marketing manager. Carolina, would you like to say hi to our audience?
Hey, hello. Happy to be here.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome, everyone. Okay, so a couple of things to know before we start. So the workshop is being recorded, and the recording will be sent to you via email very shortly. You can also check our YouTube page for any new recordings available there, and you can always ask your questions in the Q&A tab right below there. So, without further ado, I'm passing the mic to you, Carolina.
Okay, so thank you, Arnos, for introducing me, and I'm very happy to be here with you today. And I hope that my examples, my insights, my ideas will help you. You will find them valuable and inspiring. So creative email copywriting. It can be your secret weapon if you want your emails to get opened, read, and act on. And I will help you and I will show how to use this secret weapon. And to start my presentation today, this is an eye-opening fact. I believe that every one of you has those eyes already opened, and there is nothing new, but still, the average person receives 80 emails every day, and most of them go unread. So the competition is huge, and this is the place where our like where we have to work hard to get through that and get those emails opened and act on. So quickly agenda. Yeah. So first of all, I will introduce email copywriting, and just to be on the same page with all of you. Then 9 tips on writing emails. And the 10th thing is a little present from me, and I think that you will find it valuable. So please stay until the end of this presentation, and and then summary and questions and answers session. So going forward, what is email copywriting and why it is important? I see it as an art to prompt action. Email copywriting differs from other writings because it's extremely short, and we have to use persuasive language, linguistic tricks, psychological triggers to prompt action, to increase our open rates, to increase engagement, and of course conversions, because we all are businesses here. So tip number 1, make your subject lines irresistible. So this is nothing new, but how we can do this, and what does it mean, irresistible? So first of all, a little bit of theory here. Your subject line has to be short and engaging. It has to be up to 50 characters, because otherwise mobile devices and some email clients, they cut characters, and in other case you just, your subject line won't be conveyed and displayed to those subscribers. Next, use power words and personalization. So data shows that if you use personalization, if you use those urgency, scarcity, all those techniques, you can significantly improve your open rates. So if you combine those techniques, the result can be even better. And I will show some examples how you can do this. Yeah, so then the third point is avoid spam triggering words. So these are like, related to casino, some those crypto money, like, I don't know, win now something, all those illegal things. So you can, just Google for those spam triggering words, and you will learn them later on. Then I strongly suggest, use emojis in your subject lines. Why? Because they grab attention and they help to stand out in the crowded inboxes. And of course, don't forget the pre-header. The pre-header is the if subject line is like a heading, then pre-header is the subheading that supports your subject line, explains something. So, for example, if you're say in subject line that new collection has arrived, then in pre-header you can add a little bit of explanation. New dresses, swimwear are here, or maybe something else, just to support your subject line. And there are a few examples of not so good subject lines and how to make them better, yeah? So for example, spring is here, so are shoes. It's short, it has emoji, but just look on the right side, like update your shoe rack now, yeah? It also short, but it has power words. It prompts action. Update now. Yeah, so it's very clear what you want your customer to do. So this subject line would work better. Then, second example, spring vitamin deals. It could work if you add in pre-header maybe a discount, size of discount, or maybe some supporting words, but otherwise, this is quite weak subject line. But on the right side, the way how you can improve it. Save 20% on spring vitamins. Yeah, so save 20%. This is the power words. Also, 20% is something different that stand out from the letters, because it's a number and symbols. Yeah. So keep in mind that also like percents or some not standard symbols also attracts the attention. The third example is, did you hear about our leggings? And then a very strange emoji and ear. So questions overall work well in the subject lines. However, this question is like too long and nothing actually too active and too powerful here. And on the right side, look, you can send the same content with a little bit tweaked subject line, like leggings rated #1 by customers. Yeah, so we can see that we have already credibility. We have different symbols like #1 that attracts attention, and it's also short and it has more clear emoji included. Yeah. So I hope with subject line this is clear. So tip number 2, personalize your emails. So when I say personalize, there are multiple ways how you can personalize. You can go beyond just including customer names, which is totally fine. If you have those names, you can use it and it works well. But for example, you sell skincare products, and you have a segment of customers who bought skincare products for sensitive skin. So you can create a campaign for these customers, and then, in the subject line, add that attribute, that 5 tricks how to take care of sensitive skin, and it will be also personalization. Yeah. What else? You can add demographics, maybe city, like I don't know, maybe you organize pop-up in San Francisco or something like this. Yeah. Also website behavior and purchases. So to personalize and to add those elements to your email, helps, like dynamic elements help to personalize, and also automation. So for personalization, marketing automation is one of the most powerful tools what you can do, and actually it's easy because you dedicate your time, you set up those automations, but then from time to time you refine those, but you don't need every time to create new and new and new campaigns. And for example, you can send like for window shoppers, yeah, automated campaign. You can send product replenishments for food supplements, for I don't know, vitamins, for pets food, etc., etc. Replenishment emails. Yeah. So these are also automated. They are sent on time for the right person. So their performance is much higher than simple campaign. And this is an example from, I believe, last year. I was looking for a white dress for our family celebration. So a day after browsing ASOS, I received this email. So here you can see dresses that I liked during, like when I was on that website. I browsed through these dresses. So the email says, "Oh, hello again." Yeah. So sure, first impression count, but second impressions are what really matter. Take another look at the styles you were checking out earlier. And they add a button. So if I don't like those dresses, then inspiration for me, another call to action. So this is a great example how you can personalize your emails. Then the third one, think of your brand's communication tone. So this tip requires more strategic approach, and your tone should reflect who you are and be very consistent throughout all your communication, like website, social media, emails, and everything. And think about what kind of person, if your brand would be a person, what kind of person it would be. Yeah, maybe slay diva, maybe something sassy, maybe funky, maybe playful. And when you define what kind of person your brand is, this allows to add more like human touch, more lively speech, maybe some linguistic tricks to that. Yeah. And also, like, we all use ChatGPT and all those AI tools. So when you have a clear imagination, a clear knowledge, an understanding of what your brand is and how it talks to the customer, then you can write a very clear prompt. What words you like, yeah, what words you should use. Maybe there are some words that your ChatGPT writer should avoid using. Then maybe you want to be a little bit sassy or add some playful, be playful, be sassy, be funky, be cheesy. So you can add those things to your prompt, to your this ChatGPT has this in the in the settings. It has like a general prompt, general style for all the answers it returns. So it significantly facilitates your daily work because let's be honest, not all not all text has to be written by a human being. The only thing you should edit and add the human touch to that ChatGPT text. Yeah. Tip number 4: hook readers from the start. So let's see how we can do this. Yeah. A little bit of theory. So the first sentence should captivate. You can ask questions, spark curiosity, or just be funny. Highlight key benefits immediately. Yeah. Don't talk about your features, but talk about the benefits that your customer can have with your product. Yeah. And keep it short and sweet. So let's see at some examples. Yeah. What does it mean? Example number 1, native pet. Cats rule, dogs drool. We've got some news. We have a new CEO, Cat Executive Officer, and we are making some changes, starting right meow. But hurry, shop now before our dog associates try to overthrow us. The Cat Executive Board at Native Pet. And the call to action is shop cat approved pics. So let's admit this is funny, this is very playful and nice, and it can encourage go and shop. Yeah. Another example is a little bit different. So it's from Wink. This brand sells wines. Yeah. So the subject line: you forgot something unforgettable. Yeah. You accidentally left some amazing wine in your cart. No biggie. You have wine in your cart, but it belongs in your home. Come back to Wink and we will give you $20 off your first order. And call to action is let's do this. Yeah. So you see, this is a very short, very simple, and very natural copy. And it somehow resonates with you, with your thoughts, maybe. And I like this example. The third example is Trespass. So this brand sells outdoors clothing. Yeah. So look how powerful, how short and powerful. Like gear up and go further. 15% off site-wide. Shop now. Do you need any more? Anything else? Anything, strong, long descriptions or anything? No, gear up and go further because they know that every hiker wants to go further. So that's why, it's very powerful, very short, and very straight to the point. Yeah, so now this tip number 5, use words that spark action. It a little bit overlaps with the previous tip, but right now I would like to emphasize the importance of call to action. So the stats say that call to action can improve your performance by 37%. And it can be true. And let's see. Yeah, I know that in previous webinar, about the design, my colleague was telling how you should design those call to actions. Yeah, where you should put those into your emails, but also don't forget to use active verbs, powerful verbs. Get the discount, shop now, get yours before it's gone. Yeah, let's do this, complete order. They are those all phrases, those all prompt actions. So this is what I mean. And let's take a look to another example from Prana that I really like. This is a very short copy, but just pay attention how many powerful words it has. Come back to make the Havana race back tank yours. Shop style. Yeah. Come back, make yours, shop this style. So there are like you read it and you clearly understand what the brand wants me or you to take action. Yeah. How should I behave? So this is very, very powerful copy. Another tip, create a sense of urgency. Yeah, very popular. And let's check how we can do this. Yeah, so there are many tactics how you can do this, like countdown timer, scarcity, often offer expiration date. This offer is available while stock lasts, etc. Like many, many options. And for example, this Barnes and Noble, how they say, time is ticking. 15% off, any item expires soon. So nothing too specific, but still you feel this urgency. You feel that you have to hurry. Yeah. Let's take a look at some more examples. So from Lamarua, yeah. First of all, subject line, yeah. 30% off ends at midnight. So this is the statement, yeah, that you have to hurry, that it won't last forever, and it won't wait for another 2 days when you have time. You have to act now. Then ends tonight, like 30% off site-wide ends tonight. It's the last site-wide sale until Black Friday, so take advantage. Use code, and then we see the countdown timer included. Yeah, so it's ticking, and you see the time is melting. Yeah, you can feel it. And another example is from Brooklinen, and I highly recommend you to subscribe to this brand because it uses most modern marketing techniques and messages and everything in their emails and SMS as well. So it's I can assure you will find something to steal from this brand. So what it says, our 10th anniversary sale ends. And ends, you can see that that's it. Yeah, big letters, and it's over. Then our 10th anniversary sale ends today, so we don't have to tell you twice to stock up on 10th years of the best for less. Don't wait another decade. Shop our biggest sale. So, don't wait another decade. Like, it's nice. Let's admit, yeah? Yeah, so with these examples, so we talked about this urgency stuff, yeah? So tip number 7, show social proof. With this tip, with social proof, you can do many things. You can create separate emails. You can add those reviews to your promotional campaigns to multiple places. They build trust. They help you tell a story. They help to build credibility, boost engagement. The only thing what you should know about it, and I would like to mention that you should fix the grammar before publishing reviews, yeah, because like sometimes we receive questions. So I have a very nice review, but it has multiple grammar mistakes. So what should I do? So you should keep the review, but fix those grammar mistakes before publishing. And then another thing, so if you publish only review, only text, you don't need any consent. But if you want to publish a photo of the customer, then you need to get a consent. So just bear in mind this. And also what would be a little tip here, check maybe, for example, if you have your loyal customers who buy from you over and over again, check those customers' social media. And if they use social media actively, if they understand that social drive and everything, so you can ask them to, for example, to film a story, to include, to upload the story to social media, or to film and send to you, and maybe you can include somewhere in the emails or use in your social media that customer. So it would be nice, and you could repurpose and repurpose and repurpose the same piece of content. So tip number 8, use different types of content. So here we have best practices of email content ratio in e-commerce, which says that 50% should be educational content, 30% relationship building content, and only 20% promotional content. Yeah. So sales, discounts, limited time offers, only 20%. So we all know that like those promotional content usually takes more, than 20%. So I say, however, those best practices, reality shows that promotional emails take 60 or even more percent of brand communication, and that's totally fine. That content, those types of content you can mix. For example, if you send user-generated content, you can add some promotional things or add some products, and of course buttons to shop now. And my tip would be, no matter what type of content you send, don't forget and always include this shop now button linking to your website. Otherwise, it's waste of time, waste of money, and worthless. So this is very important. So when you send your emails, when you combine and making the design and plan your content, you can combine those educational, some like guides, tops, trends, whatever, but also add a call to action linking to your website. And this is an example to show what this is not a perfect example, but we can discuss why it's not perfect. So this is from Tepe, mouth care health brand. What it says: 60 years of innovation and sustainability. This is the headline, which I would change to 60 years, 60% off, just to be straight to the point that in this email we celebrate and we offer something to you. And then instead of this badge like 60 years, you can add like innovation and sustainability or something blah 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 like this, your values, your like the main benefits, or whatever you want. And then we see at Tepe, every smile tells a story. This year we're inviting you to celebrate 60 years of innovation, care, and commitment to sustainable oral care. Our journey, blah 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 blah. So this is a very nice story. The only thing, we should cut it to more, to smaller paragraphs, because it's too long. It feels like it's too long, So even if you want to tell a story, be brief and cut to small pieces that, to for better readability. And then the next part is enjoy 60% off all remaining good toothbrushes and blah blah blah, celebrate with us. So this part is already nice, but would be nice to have the 60 off at the top of the email as well. And this is combination of storytelling and promotion. It's a mix of those content types.
Sorry, Carolina. I'm just gonna interrupt you here. Sorry about that. Could you go back a couple of slides? We usually do the Q&A a little bit later. Just one more,
Mm-hmm.
one more, one more. This one, this one. Nope.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. There you go. Okay, so we got a question in the chat. I just, for clarification's sake, are those percent meant to be divided within one email, or do you mean 50% of your messages should focus on education only and etc.? So is this one email
No,
or
no.
just your
So,
batch in general?
in general, your communication, yeah, you have a calendar, you put your calendar, I don't know, on for how long you plan your content, yeah, for example, for 1 quarter. You put those emails, promotions, what kind of promotions you will have, what kind of occasions, maybe some different content you have, yeah, and then you plan. And for example, in this, like, this is the best practice, like theory. If you read blogs, you will find this distribution. Yeah, theory says that the email content ratio should be like this. But as our customer success managers share their knowledge and how it actually works, and what e-commerce brands actually send, then we see that this like ratio is totally different, and brands usually send, like, almost all email contains some of the selling elements that you like something promotional. For example, you can include reviews, user generated content, yeah, reviews, 4 reviews of some, I don't know, newest products, yeah, and then of course add links where to buy, like direct links to know to those products that were reviewed, in that email. Is it clear?
Yeah, yeah. Just to put it shortly, so that was not talking about just one email, just of your all email sending practices
Yeah.
in general. Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay, thank you. Please carry on.
Yeah, so tip number 9, test, learn, and improve. So what I want to say here, so don't be afraid of A/B testing your creatives, yeah? Your subject lines, your email copy. These are like ideas what to test. So emojis in subject lines, yeah. Percent discount versus dollar discount. Visuals with people versus visual without people, only products, yeah. Short copy, long copy, CTAs, tone of voice. These are just a few ideas what to test, but only when testing and trying different things, you can learn what actually works and resonates with your audience. And the only thing that, of course, if you're just starting now and you have like 200 subscribers, it's a little bit too early, because like if open rate is 20%, yeah, so you will get 40 subscribers and it's like too few to make conclusions. That's why um, that's why A/B testing should start at least at 1K customers, yeah, 1K subscribers database, yeah, and just right now, multiple email platforms, including Omnisend, allows you to easily test those things, and yeah, and then you will learn what works best. And then 10th thing that what I promised to you is list of content ideas. Now, why? Because like we keep getting those questions. So what should I say? I send emails every week. So what should I say in those emails every week? What should I run a new promotion every time? Or what should I say? So first of all, you can check this Omnisend calendar for various occasions. And occasions, it's not only Mom's Day, Dad's Day, Easter, Christmas, Hanukkah, but International Pets Day, International Dogs Day, International Good Hair Day, International shoes day, international, I don't know, many. There are multiple, like international coffee day. You know, pick what fits your brand and just put it on your calendar and come up with ideas for that email so you can celebrate with your subscribers International Coffee Day. Yeah, and send the promotion. If you have something for horses, I some taping things, yeah, for horses. So maybe we have International Horse Day, yeah, so we can celebrate this one, or we can celebrate International Health Day, yeah, and send something, nice words, nice images, and call to action, visit our website, shop now, something like this, yeah. Then what your customers say about you. This can be totally different. Email, user generated content, send it separately, yeah. Collect reviews and put it. Behind scenes content, collabs with other brands, back in stock alerts. These are crazy popular as automations. New brand launches. Then this, for example, position number 8, email subscribers only. So you can see an example on the right side that from Naked and Famous Denim, they send they sent an email, and this is just a short quote of it, yeah, of this promotional email. Every week we unveil a special deal that can only be found here and is not advertised elsewhere, yeah. So only for subscribers only. Let them feel exclusive, yeah, that they have something exclusive. Um, Also educational content, upselling. For example, you sell cashmere sweaters. So you can send an email and educate how to take care of your cashmere sweater. And you can upsell. This is the brush for cashmere sweater. Yeah. Or I know that those hats, those crazy expensive cowboy hats that people usually buy once in a lifetime. So you can sell those straps, you can sell those accessories, you can sell brushes, and upsell, and create like tutorials how to take care of your hat, how to take care of, I don't know, straps, how to remove, how to change something, So this is valuable educational content, and also include something upselling or cross-selling products to that email. Yeah. Yeah, so I think that's it. Short wrap up. So what I've covered today: write compelling subject lines and hooks, keep it short, personalize, not only names, but also like sensitive skin, yeah, those attributes that you have on your data. Also highlight benefits, use urgency, social proof. Don't be afraid of using AI, but always edit it, yeah. And always test and refine your strategy. Yeah, so this is my final slide. Let's turn your subscribers into raving fans. And with this note, I would like to go to question Q&A session. Yeah.
Perfect,
Arnes?
perfect. Thank you, Carolina. Okay, first question then. This was a pre-asked question before the show. Not the show, before the webinar. What is wrong with me? Sorry, let me just share my screen real quick. And what are the 5 best subject line gimmicks to use to increase email open rates? What do you think, Carolina?
Yeah, so I already have covered some, but I would say if we talk only about 5, I would say emojis, personalization, strong action prompt, and mentioning discounts, and relevant timing. And for relevant timing, I would say marketing automation, maybe, when the the subscriber triggers the flow and then gets And yeah,
Mhm.
so these would be.
Okay, perfect. Moving on then. Are emojis a sign of being old? And we're gonna get back to emojis in a second, but let's hear it first.
Oh, being old. What does it mean, being old? Um, for this question, you should ask ChatGPT. Maybe he knows it knows better than me. I would say that like in real life, in communication, in messages, of course, very young people and young people, they use one emojis, and baby boomers and generation X, millennials use different emojis, and that's totally fine. However, for subject lines, if you want to get noticed in that, huge inbox thread, of those small letters and multiple lines with subject lines and multiple unread emails, subject lines will help you to stand out. So I would strongly suggest, one or another, but please use those emojis.
Yeah, just a little splash of color always helps, I believe, because all text, boring.
Yeah.
A little bit of
Also,
splash of color.
those special symbols like percent or dollar sign, but don't use like multiple of them. Like two is enough, and if it's three, you can trigger spam filters. So yeah.
Mm. Three exclamation points, just red. Oh, I
Yeah.
don't think that would land good. I'm gonna ask one question from the chat that was here before because it kind of relates to this question. So, do you recommend emoji for all audiences? You kind of answered that already. For example, baby boomers. How do they take it?
Yeah. So, emojis, like it depends on your product and your audience. So, for example, if you are lawyers, agents, agency, or for example, you work with finances, yeah, and you are a very credible, serious brand, and emojis may be not right for you there, but for most fashion brands, for most e-commerce products, uh, emojis, there are multiple options what you can choose from. So it's not maybe for some of you funny faces, but you also can find some maybe red exclamation mark, maybe something very very delicate, but still it will be a little color that stands out.
Yeah, yeah. Okay,
And
perfect. Because I think, I don't know, maybe I'm mistaken, but I think Swedbank, the local bank here in Lithuania, also sends emails with
yeah,
emoji in there. I
yeah.
think so.
But I think that those emails are mostly targeted for young people.
It could be. Yeah, they're segmenting their audience, of course.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, moving on then. Do you have any GPT prompting tips for creating catchy email subject lines?
Oh no, I don't have. Uh, for subject lines, I use two tools. So first of all, I ask AI to generate. So for example, we have at Omnisend we have many useful tools. So we have this AI subject line generator, and I generate. So I write a short prompt. Then I get like 10 options for subject lines. And then I open in the next tab, I open Omnisend subject line tester. And I feed, one by one those subject lines, and I get the score. And then I decide, which one works better. And then based on those scores, I pick one that I like most.
Hmm. So use our own internal tools, right?
Yeah.
Of course. Okay, let's see if we have another question. Yes, we do. What are some content tips for emails sent between the main weekly messages where I introduce the newest product?
Yeah, so this is, I think that the a thing that my 10 point that with some content ideas will be valuable for you. Yeah, so I would, first of all, check the calendar and look uh, for those relevant occasions for your brand. Also, I would add reviews and user-generated content and just, put it in the mix. Think about collabs with other brands, just I don't know. For example, recently we had a nice collab with um, it was a bag, like handcrafted bags with some happy socks or some crazy kind of socks. And they had a nice collab, cross promotion. And they shared audiences and they had some, materials, I don't know, for 3, 4, 5 emails and social media and everything. So just, you can think about it like the brand that don't compete with you directly, but you can do the cross promotion and be safe. What else? You can launch the promotions for subscribers only. Again, this exclusivity, to emphasize this exclusive content, and upsell brushes, upsell straps for things, upsell, I don't know, everything what supports your products. Yeah, so this would be.
I like the idea of that incentive of like being exclusivity a little bit. Like this is for you only, for the email subscribers, because it almost goes back all the way to the sign up form, where you can like tell them join our exclusive list for exclusive discounts or exclusive products, etc. I like
Yeah,
that.
and then
Perfect.
you send emails and you mean it like this is exclusive
Yeah.
for, because there are many brands that join this list and get exclusive offers, and then this exclusive offer is not so exclusive because like everyone can see this. So yeah, this
Yeah,
is
and I imagine not everyone even delivers that promise, like
yeah.
exclusive offers, and there are none. It's just
Yeah, and you
enjoy your
you know you
newsletter.
go to the website and it's public for everyone.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Exactly. Okay. And that was the last question. We're going to go a little bit over time. We already are, but let me just ask one more question. So, do you use ChatGPT for email writing? I suppose you don't because you kind of already answered it. But would you agree with the statement that if you're not using AI, you're lagging behind?
I would say that I use ChatGPT for writing email copy. I use,
There you go.
but I always write the prompt, yeah, with my style, with my rules, what words to use, what words to skip, what sentence, the structure of the sentence I like, what the personality I am, yeah, that I am, for example, I'm playful, I'm very vivid, and I don't like very neat, sleek, those highly professional, high terms. So I I write as I speak,
Mm.
so I put everything to the prompt. I ask ChatGPT to return something, and then I read. I sometimes I edit something. So this is how to say, you can't replace copywriter from this, but not to use this tool to save time and your energy, and for example get an idea of what to write, maybe some angles. So it would be, I would say, silly, maybe even. Yeah,
So you would recommend using email, ChatGPT and other AI tools
sure,
for sure.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
So
smartly. Always said
if
it.
you if you were a font, you would be Comic Sans. Or am I wrong?
My eyes. No, please, no, no. Roboto. I would be Roboto.
Robot. Okay, that's a safe one. Yeah.
Yeah.
And okay, I have a couple more questions, but I think that's gonna do it for today. Thank you everyone for joining. That was a very productive and very interesting session that we had today. Thank you everyone for sticking here with us today, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you all so much for coming.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.